Password managers, notes, voice recordings, bookmarks, tabs, schedules, routines, tab groups, so many things. The list goes on and on. With all of this fitting in our pocket and not taking up a physical mess that's more obvious, has your digital life gotten out of hand? If it's 20% as bad as mine got, this video might help you wave goodbye to this issue. My first attempt at resolving my own mess was using the snowball method. This comes from paying off debt. Basically, you pay the minimum on everything and throw everything you can at the smallest. Once that's paid off, you take that payment, apply it to the next smallest, so on and so on. Like a snowball gets bigger. The issue I found with this is that the lack of clear payments and my historical tendency to overdo it with things like this quickly managed to stretch this attempt to its breaking point. However, I would say it does have potential and it might be the right fit for someone. If I continued with it, I'd simply get more clear on the amounts of work for each thing so that it's more structured and fit that snowball framework. However, I found that this type of data processing can be very sporadic, some easy and quick, and some long and difficult. And at the surface level is oftentimes not clear which is which. So I found that I largely just go about doing it and it is what it is. So my second attempt is proving to be a great fit using habit stacking. Habit stacking! The idea here is you tack the new habit onto an existing habit so you don't have to find a new place in your schedule and this and that. It just takes a bit more time to do that. I already have a pretty mellow period of time in the evenings where I'm doing a lot of physical therapy. So I set small, teeny tiny, very small goals for this miscellaneous type of stuff there. It's possible to work on one thing at a time. Some of these things require continual maintenance. So let's say you delete your email and give yourself a fresh start. If you just like, okay, now I move on to the next thing, by the time you get back to that email, it might be a mess. So a little bit at a time across the board, while challenging, might be a good fit here. It might depend on the particular thing. So some things you might be able to set aside. You got to recognize like what's the maintenance for each thing and also what's a priority level, like how important. For instance, updating compromised passwords might be top importance, and then something like emails, and then maybe something like going through your Amazon list or your Netflix save for later. Where it's like, okay, maybe it'd be good to get to it, but it's not more important than updating your compromised password. The strategy here is low effort and consistent progress, albeit slow. This might take a year or 3 months or whatever. I don't know, and I choose to not care because it's out of my control and largely out of my life already. It's just about creating the habit and maintaining it while the excess data dwindles over time. And as it fades out, I can minimize the habit and integrate it elsewhere if I'd like to, such as weekly cleanup, and for certain things that are not so building up. So like a weekly cleanup could take care of my email, so I only look at it once a week, and something like a quarterly cleanup I could do for something like an Amazon lists and even like a Netflix save for later. All right, you can do it. Whatever you're dealing with, guess what? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.